Hey, good morning, Johnny. I'm just fucked if you get mental illness and it goes around town that you're bipolar. They look at you like you're bipolar. And I have met really sincerely very intelligent people that are like, oh, you're smart. And the limitations are lost. And, sometimes you're symptomatic, sometimes you're not. There's medicine that helps. The juices, the chemicals that run so fast, I perceive so much. I mean, when you're a fast thinker, you perceive a lot of stuff. And I think in general, that's sometimes why artists that are very successful also hold hands with mental illness. Um, but I think everybody in the entire world has sometimes suffered from brain disorder, whether they're overly stressed and from work and they get depressed or anxious and things like that. So in trying to make the situation better, could we just have a film that's like everybody everybody has got brain illness. At times you all get a headache or depression or like Toriyama says, I've caught a light sneeze or something. Try to just pull people together to help each other and configure a system of reliance on your neighbors and your friends and your families to get you help. Because sometimes when you're in the middle of it, you can't see it. And part of the problem is when you are disengaged from the community at large because of the bias, um, it gets worse. It can get terrible and there can be shootings. So we have to fix this. And the day and age is here in which we can, because we do have medicines and we can get even better with that. We could do better hospitals that people feel loved and respected and taken care of instead of scared of going in the hospital. There's so many areas we can improve in, and we could take suggestions from patients, not just what the staff or the hospital administration. They're like, no smoking, come on. That's just like punishment. I mean, you have to go in for a month. This is not a 3-day procedure like a lot of people have. And why don't you just go the high security for about a week, check you out, see what's going on, then send you out to a low security where you get to have your brain heal if you've had a breakdown. So the involvement in the treatment of psychiatric has to happen to get the better system. You have to go to a hospital and be treated like you're sick, like you're a patient, not like a prisoner. We just have to do that. So I do want to do a movie, and I think you might be the guy to do it because you're very sensitive and empathetic and sympathetic, probably because you've suffered something yourself. Um, I saw Beautiful Mind, but it was kind of it was removed from the general public. It's like, oh yeah, he has it, but not me. So I think Nicolas Cage is really good with stuff like that. I've suffered and I've lived through it. Stuff that my dad's like, I'm surprised you're still alive. Because he suffers too, but he doesn't get help. And part of that is the inclination of like, oh, you're crazy. How do you live in a society in which you have to hide your illness? You get breast support. Like you have breast cancer, you're allowed to get the support of every. Oh, you poor thing, you're going through breast cancer. It's not nearly as an emotional issue, hardly as losing your fucking brain. Like, even though you may get to a metaphysical place that's beneficial for art, it's still the general public is like, oh my God, this person's crazy. But then, you get in your art world, they're like, oh yeah, he's really artistic. He's crazy, but yeah, no, go paint a painting, please. But it is, if you continue to stay sick and you don't have your feet on the ground at some points, you can't be really a successful artist. Very difficult these days when you can't paint in the hospitals, like Van Gogh. He went to Carlisle's for a few months and like, yeah, go ahead and paint us some paintings, Van Gogh. No more. They don't do that anymore. They hold you like a prisoner. And they're so scared of you. They're like, shoot, you get a little upset and they're going to shoot you in the butt with Thorazine, even though within 5 or 10 minutes, so you'll calm down. Why do they do that? Why can't they just let you have a roll of emotion as you work through it instead of treating you like, just horrible? Now, I understand if you're physically threatening somebody, they may need to remove you from the situation, but there's no need to treat people so horribly. And I've been through some really abusive situations in hospitals. My brother came to see me one time, and the look on his face was all I needed to see to know he's not coming back. It was too disgruntling. It was to imagine his sister was being in a situation. And there was nothing he could do. No. But maybe a movie, we could do something really cool and in and out, in and out, in and out. And what are you doing to her to help her? And then finally I got a doctor who was in the prison system, and he put me on clozapine, and it's like, oh, well, she's not a prisoner. She doesn't need that strong a medicine, right? Wrong. She's just a girl that's an artist that has a very strong sense of self, and she doesn't commit crimes because I have ethics. Thank you.